My name is Drew Jackson. And first, I want to start today's conversation with gratitude. I want to thank you for tuning in. And throughout this conversation today, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me and my reminders, as I call them, because nothing that I'm going to tell you today is going to be new. They're all reminders. And this is not something that I want you to follow. It's more of a learning exercise where you may be able to take some nuggets out of this that you can use in your everyday life to attract a better life. So let me start by talking about the foundation of everything that I discuss, the foundation of how I live my life, the foundation of my lifestyle. And it all started with me about a decade ago, a little bit more than a decade ago. I lost my job and I had just become director in a Fortune 500 company, something that I always wanted, and I got it. And 14 months later, I was let go. I was impacted by a reduction in staff, and I was a little bit lost. But luckily, I had started down this path of learning myself and self-improvement and learning about the law of attraction and all the things I could do to make my life better. And I ran across Life Coaching School by Brooke Castillo, and I learned about this formula, a formula that really taught me a lot that I truly believe in. And that formula was my beliefs create my thinking. My thinking creates my feelings. My feelings attached to every action that I take, and those actions are what get me results. I thought that was groundbreaking. You know, we can go into a lot of detail about that at a later time. But like I said, it's beliefs, then thinking, then feeling, then actions. And that equals results. So I started to learn a little bit more about that. And as I dug into it, I thought about beliefs. And we all have a lot of beliefs, or we may have a few beliefs, but those beliefs are subconscious. They become beliefs because they're conscious thinking that we think over and over and over again until they become beliefs. And many times we don't know what our beliefs are, but our thinking is generated from those beliefs. And when it comes to thinking, we think thousands and thousands and thousands of thoughts every day. Hard to keep track of all the thoughts that go through our mind. And I'll skip feelings. I want to talk about actions. We don't always know the right actions to take. We take actions, but we're not sure what actions to take. And those actions get us results. But the one thing that we always know is how we feel. How we feel is something that is in us. We can tell how we feel. So I latched on to feelings. Those feelings are energy. And I also am aware, if I increase my awareness, of how I am feeling. So that's where I got into this whole notion around gratitude. You see, when I was let go of my job, I was reading the book by Rhonda Byrne, The Magic. And that book taught me a lot about gratitude. It's a 30-day exercise where every day you have to write down 10 things that you're grateful for. And there's plenty more in that book. But those 30 days taught me the power of gratitude. And I never stopped. I've never stopped using that power. And I'm going to show you how I incorporate gratitude in my foundational practices in a second. And when we talk about my foundational practices, the reason why I brought up feelings and the reason why I want to talk about feelings is because I have a feeling that I love to talk about. And that feeling is feeling better today. That's the focus. Every day. How can I feel better today? And in order to do that, in order to feel better today, there's 3 things that I have to do every day. Now, there is an order that I'm going to speak of, but actually it's a circular order. It doesn't matter which, order this comes into or the order that you follow, but these 3 things have to happen every day. And I've used these 3 things as the fabric of my life and the fabric of how I feel better today. And those 3 things are reflect, renew, and relax. Now, what does each one of those mean? Now, remember, I talked about beliefs, thinking, feeling, actions, and results. So I'm going to tie all this back together as you listen to me. I'm going to tie it all back together. Right now, I want you to focus on reflect, renew, and relax. Those three principles are how I always feel better today. And those three principles I use throughout my entire fabric of my life. So let's talk about reflect. What is reflect? Reflect is what you think it is. It's self-reflection, but it's reflecting on what you believe. And the one thing that I want you to always believe is believe in the power that you have within, the power you've been gifted by your creator, the power of the universe. That power is within you. And if you sit in reflection and reflect on that power, it will remind you of that power. Remember, I am a reminder. So every day I reflect on the power that is within. And after reflection, let's talk about renew. And what is this renew? Renew is this. The past is gone. We can't go live it again. The future is actually unknown. We are living in the now at every moment. This life is made up of moments. And renew is all about taking this moment and being your best self in this moment. And you do that by renewing because you have wisdom that you've learned from the prior moments, from yesterday, from an hour ago, from 10 minutes ago. You can use that wisdom to be a better version of yourself. So you renew and you start this moment that you're in right now in your best self. You have to renew at all times. And then finally, let's talk about relax. Relax doesn't mean what you think it means. You see, most people think when I say relax, that means we're going to sit back and we're not going to do anything. That's not what a relax means. Relax means this. Relax means that I don't feel any stress, that I don't feel any doubt, that I don't feel any worry, that I don't feel any fear. I live my life in faith. So I relax as I take action because faith without action is dead. But I don't take it from a sense of urgency or a sense of worry or a sense of fear. I take it from a sense, I take all my actions from a sense of faith. And that's relaxing. I find my peace and then I go out and get things done. So as long as I reflect, as long as I renew, and as long as I relax, I can always accomplish the goal of feeling better today. And I know how I feel at all times. So that's how I live my life. That is my lifestyle. I am feeling better today. You'll hear me say that throughout all my songs that I create, all the videos that I make. Anytime I'm talking about anything, I love to talk about feeling better today. And like I said, I accomplished that by reflecting, renewing, and relaxing. So now let's take this back to the topic of gratitude, because as I said, I take, reflect, renew, and relax throughout the fabric of all my life, because my entire life, throughout that entire fabric, I want to feel better today. So when it comes to practicing gratitude, that's when the feelings come in. So the beliefs are taken care of by reflecting. My thoughts and my thinking is taken care of by renew, because I renew and get better thoughts. My actions are taken care of from a sense of relaxation and faith in acting at all times from a sense of I can do this, so I'm relaxed and I'm working from faith. But my feelings are generated from gratitude. At least that's what I like to focus on and make sure I focus on. So as I talk to you about, the book, The Magic, and Rhonda Byrne and her teaching me about gratitude, I spent a lot of time writing in my journal, writing 10 things I'm grateful for. I spent time in the mirror thinking about the things I'm grateful for. I made videos about being grateful. I made songs about being grateful. But within that practice, I make sure that I practice gratitude from the three principles of reflect, renew, and relax. So I practice gratitude about the things that make me powerful, about the power that is within. So I practice gratitude and I am grateful for the things that show me the power that is within. So I'm grateful for my strength. I'm grateful for the Creator. I'm grateful for the sun and the energy that it gives me. I make sure when I'm practicing gratitude, I hit something about reflect and then renew. When I'm practicing gratitude, I make sure that I hit a portion of gratitude about renew. So I'm grateful for the wisdom that I gained in the last moments, in the last year, in the last day. I make sure that I practice being grateful for those points of wisdom so that I can renew. I wake up and I am grateful that I am alive and I have a new day, a new opportunity. I'm grateful for my problems because those problems have taught me something new that I can use, that is wisdom. I make sure that when I'm practicing gratitude, I hit one of those as well. And then lastly, when I'm practicing gratitude, I'm grateful for the faith that I have. I'm grateful for the actions that I can take, for the actions that I have taken. I make sure I incorporate all of that in my gratitude practice. And by doing so, I have now taken care of my beliefs. I have also taken care of my thinking. I've taken care of my feelings through the practice of gratitude, and I've taken care of my actions through relax. And that is how I get results in my life. And those results may not always be the results that I want, but those results are the results that I have controlled, the results that I have generated through my beliefs, my thinking, my feeling, and my actions. And that allows me to live an amazing life. It doesn't mean that I don't have problems. That doesn't mean that some of those results aren't failure, but I learn from them. All it means is that I am taking control of what I can control. And as long as I can do that, as long as I do that every day of my life, every moment that I have the chance to do so, I live an amazing life. That is how I attract the greatest life that I can attract. That's my principles in life. So once again, beliefs, thinking, feeling, and actions equal results. And the greatest result I can have is feeling better today. And what's interesting is I've had things in my life go right. I've had things in my life go wrong. And I always learn from every encounter because I can incorporate it all into my practice. And lately, I also lost my job again. I spent almost a decade at a technology company doing great things. It was a dream job. Once again, I got let go. I was impacted. But once again, I was reading a book. This book was a 40-day exercise, The Purpose-Driven Life by Pastor Rick Warren. And in these 40 days, I learned a lot about myself. And yes, it's tied to religion, but it's really tied to spirituality. A lot of discussion around the Bible and scriptures, great discussion. But I also got something great out of this. I got a habit that I used to have when I was young, but now it's back. And that habit was this. As you remember, I talked about my practicing gratitude. I used to write in the journal. I would speak about things in the mirror. I actually recorded myself about gratitude and things I was grateful for, and I would listen to it. And I made videos about gratitude. But that book, over those 40 days, what I learned to do was get on my knees and pray. And I prayed in a sense of gratitude. I had grateful prayers, thankful prayers. That prayer actually has also now changed my life. I'm still incorporating reflect, renew, and relax, but I am doing it now in my prayers. It's always changing. Life is always changing. Life is always getting better today because I am always feeling better today. And I will continue down that journey, but it will be a structured journey. I will reflect, I will renew, and I will relax as I continue to work on feeling better today. So I thank you for listening to this. I hope you got some nuggets out of it. I've got more detail, of course, on each principle and how to practice it and different aspects of not just gratitude, but love, passion, purpose, all of that focused on reflect, renew, and relax in me feeling better today. And I welcome you to continue to follow me, learn from me. And as I can learn from you, you can tell me what touched you, what didn't touch you, what you would change, what you use in your practices, because I can incorporate it all. At the end of the day, we are all here to make a contribution to society. I hope this is my contribution. I just want to impact your life, but also I want you to impact mine. So once again, thank you for listening. I'm Drew Jackson, known as Drew the Reminder, and I want you to consider yourself reminded. Have a great day.